we are seriously being overwhelmed with the cases. These cases keep coming from all corners.
Bagala 14 years you. Bagala kura 15 years. Bagala 13 years. Before JSS 1.
But you know that is against the law.
Against the law.
My name is Matthew Abagana. I work with Africans Ghana. I am in charge of the Mampruku-Mogduri district, which is in the northeast region. I have been sent there by Africans Ghana to work on a new intervention that is the 1 million smiles in that district. The 1 million smiles is an intervention that talks about integrated approach in Africa's work, and that is on child protection, health, and education. So going to the district is about 1 year now. I have realized that there are so many child rights violation issues that happen in that district. Key among them is child marriage, which actually sometimes really shocks me because I haven't seen that level, that magnitude of child rights violation in this, even though I have worked with Africans on the child rights issue, that is a spirit child phenomenon. But it actually, so even when I entered the community and we had even community enter with key stakeholders, I had this conversation with one young man, and the young man was telling me that in this community, what they do is that you have to catch them young so that they forever remain yours. In order for us to actually appreciate and realize the magnitude of the issue that's child marriage in the district, it is better for us to listen to the key stakeholders about what they have to say on child marriage in the district.
Me really born up Alim Senior. I come to a comfort.
My name is Comfort Alim Senior Akantua. I work with the Busa South District Assembly Revenue Department. I am married with 4 kids. I was born in Atebebu, 1970. As a queen mother, what I am doing is helping the young ones to work towards a better future, how to stay away from men, and how to avoid all kinds of problems to get a better future. Because in my community, you get children from JHS 1 to 3 getting married and being pregnant. Abduction here. The boy sees the girl and expresses interest in her. Then the lady will tell you, no, I'm not interested, I'm in school. This is when the boy is out of school. So what happens is on the market day, they come to the market, and then when they are going home, they go to hide somewhere. So if the girls are passing, then they pick her forcefully. The girl will be screaming, then they'll start running with the girl. So now when they get somewhere and she's still screaming, they put her down, get canes, and cane her till she personally runs to the house. Sometimes too, they go during funerals. So during the funeral, the friend will tell her, oh, this girl is unmarried. Some of them might not even be interested in the girl. But because she has gotten to know that the girl is unmarried, they'll just pick her forcefully and take her to the house. Sometimes too, they'll go to the girl's house, sit there and chat. So when they are going, once she gets up to go and escort them, then they'll carry her forcefully and take her home. So that's the process of abduction here. But not that they go to talk to her and she agrees to follow them to the house.
I am Alhaj Baturi Suleimana. I was born in 1954 in Lorraine number 1. Child marriage is not good for anybody at all. I know the cause of the child marriage. Our people, some of them are lack of education. They didn't know the benefit of education. They sometimes say, oh, you guess you are just to go and cook for us. You shouldn't go to school. And that is not the time for cooking in the kitchen. There are women who have even been as president, ally. Yes. So what a man can do now, a woman can do even better than that.
The main cause of early marriages in this area, firstly, is poverty, because parents cannot take care of their children. Secondly, children are given so much freedom, so they are able to go out and do whatever they want. And thirdly, peer pressure, because sometimes they see their colleagues who are married and having kids, so they also want to be like that.
This child marriage issue has become a norm in some of the communities. So it's something that it has been happening. Even within the community, key stakeholders, it's like they don't act on it. The chiefs, even the assemblymen, or all those things, some were acting, but it's like it got to a time they realized that they have lost the battle, because almost everybody, so they become enemies to the communities until we got there. So when we got there, what we did was that we have to bring all hands at deck. We started from the district level, revamp what we call the District Child Protection Committee. That includes the social welfare, Ghana education service, health, a traditional ruler, other key stakeholders in that, the police service in that. Then we went to the community, formed what we call community child protection committees that also have key stakeholders involved, a chief ref, a teacher, a SMC or PTA, a volunteer, a youth leader, a health volunteer. All these things were involved, and we had training for them as to how they'll be able to identify cases and how they can report. So when we did all this, it came to the conclusion that these people were not aware of this thing. It's like it was a revitalization of reporting the issues.
In URC, which is my community, we have bylaws against this. Firstly, if you are a lady and you get married, the guy's family is fined, the woman's family is equally fined, and the girl in question is given punishment. And we have exhibited this on about 2 to 3 people. So people are now scared to give their children out in marriage at an early age, and it has reduced the rate of early marriages in my community.
Child marriage is a serious situation in the community here. If I may say, I would say Mamprogo Aduri. But specifically, category Konkwa, I think these 2 communities are noted to be communities that encounter this on a regular basis. So category, since I came here, I think 2017 up to date, we encountered a lot of child marriages in the community. And it is now more, it looks like now a culture that people see to be a way of life to them. Nobody against it, nobody says anything about it. You do it, they say it to be normal. They believe that when you don't marry early, you will not give birth to strong children, and when you delay, you might not get a husband to marry, and that kind of this. So they see it as that marrying early is just a prestige, it's just like a name. So when you marry early, that helps you. In fact, since we came here, we realized that that thing has been affecting our school, reducing our enrollment, and making us unstable when it comes to seriousness or sustaining people in the school throughout. For this, it has been a problem. Let me not go far, but the recent one, which have to do with one of my sisters, Monica. Monica, I was just in the quarters early dawn. She's about 15 or so years, 2018 born. And this girl, the brother just ran to me. Head, they caught my sister. Some people came and caught my sister. I said, how? Then he started. That people came from Konkwa and took the girl away without their notice. So, in fact, but then this girl was part of Africa's STEM club. So I quickly called our bosses, Mr. Matthew and his entourage, and then they came in. In fact, that was how we rescued this girl. They went there with police, and finally they allowed the girl, and the girl came. They took the girl to Yakaba. I think since then, when they did that, there was this kind of, let me say, the fear now on the community.
So you were with Monica when the incident happened, right? Tell us about the incident.
The other day we were just in the house and that mother came and called us that we want her to go to the other house. That's our brother, to go and take a study for her. And we go there and our brother said that the way is late, so you should carry us motor and come back home. And she just dropped the house and just go to another way, just Kumpora, and tell us, we just passed our house, we just moving the motorbike speed, and we just struggling, the motor just fell down. And I just passed my way, Monica passed away, and he ran and catch Monica, and I just put.
How many were they? How many boys?
There were two. I just asked the other one, the motor cannot carry just 4 people. Just say that, you want to go to our house. And they asked, okay, let's go. Just pass.
So the motor carried 4 of you. Yes. The rider, the 2 of you, plus the other boy.
Yes.
And so when the motor fell, you said what happened?
I just ran, Monica just ran. I don't know where Monica is. Monica don't know where I am is.
Okay. And then what happened after that?
I just come home. They went to another place and just do somebody just died, and they call my grandfather and the other people, just my grand auntie and my mother just go there and leaving only my grandfather. My grandfather he cannot see, he cannot do anything. Just in the morning they come and the mother come and just tell her. And they come and tell the headmaster.
Do you live in the same house as Monica?
Yes.
You live in the same house?
Yes.
So when the incident happened, you ran home, but Monica didn't return home.
Yes.
So what happened after that?
I just came home, nobody is there. Just my grandfather just look at us and the younger brothers.
Okay. So you reported that this had happened?
Yes.
Okay. The days after, what happened?
The morning.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I just tell them, and Monica's father just go to that house and tell her to go and bring the child. They refuse, and they are
to
just
go and bring who?
Monica, and they are just fighting, and that's the younger brother here. That's the form 3 just come and send her to come and tell the headmaster, and the father go to Chief Palace.
So you were asked to come and report the incident to the headmaster?
Yes.
And her father went to report it at the Chief Palace. And what happened after that?
And they call out the Chief Palace, just tell them the woman that he go and bring the Monica to home. And when the woman just refused, and they say that our school, nobody will catch marriage here. We just form a club, that is Africa's. And the teachers come and talk there.
So what did the club do? I'm interested in hearing what the club did. What was the club's reaction?
Yes, as that early marriage is no good. Just because respect for others.
So what did they do?
And the master, the club master, and us go to the chief palace and just talk.
So the club master and the club members went to the chief palace to protest Monica's abduction.
Yes.
Okay. What did the chiefs do?
Just that you call them to bring Monica back.
So the chief then took action to call the village they took Monica to, to bring Monica back.
Yes, just call the woman and that boy just drive us.
So Monica, we've heard a story till where she was not there. When they took you away, what happened?
I cried and then I see them to bring me out.
You cried. So where did they take you to? Describe the house. How did the house look like?
The house looked nice.
So tell us, did they cook for you?
They cook rice.
What did they cook?
Rice.
They cook rice. And what you said you won't eat?
Yes.
What did they tell you? What did they tell you was the reason why they had brought you to their house?
They said they want to marry me.
They want to marry you. Who told you that? There was a woman in the house who announced to you that they want to marry you. That's why they took you from your village to a different village.
Yes.
How did you feel when they said that?
I'm not happy.
You are not happy. How did you show that you are not happy?
I'm telling them that they refuse. They don't want to bring me out.
And what happened?
That is true.
So they didn't want to bring you back? Yes. That was the end of the story?
And then I cry and then the police came, then they bring me house.
Say that again.
I cry and then when they say the police come and then they bring me house.
Okay.
So looking at it, I think how to go about this, it has not stopped completely. They have started different ways. Sometimes they'll just ask the girl, stay in the house, and then she will do like she has dropped from school. For some time, the time you realize they say she's married. They will not catch her from the school again. They will just adopt a different plan. This girl will stay in the house for a week or two or some number of days, and then the time you realize she has got married.
Child marriage is very serious. It's very serious. Because child marriage, the girl is not well groomed. One, when you take her to hospital, when she's going to deliver, the downside is not opened. The nurse have to suffer other operation or something like that before she deliver. Even blood. Sometimes when you take her to hospital, she's short of blood. She says, so you don't care. Go to immediately they conceive, they run to carry you. They don't go for hospital for checkup. Some even lost their life when they go to hospital or they are going to deliver. So it's very, very, very serious for us.
Oh, Kutama. At times,
one key thing I am facing is when you are trying to stop this, you turn to an enemy, especially to the boy's parents, because they feel like their boy is bringing somebody into the family and you are trying to stop it. So at the end, you become an enemy to that particular family.
Parents are part of this act, so they are not able to convince the girls, or they rather even collect certain things, items from the supposed husband, and that is where they put the girls into that. So when they do that, the girls will always go at will because they are part of the problem.
Problems
parents do not agree for you to talk about their children. The last time I saw a lady who was wearing a very short skirt, a colleague Queen Mother saw her and told the girl that what you are wearing, if Queen Mother sees it, she wouldn't be happy. And the response from the girl's mother was, is it Queen Mother who is taking care of my child? So if she sees it and she won't be happy, and so what? So the parents don't give chance for them to train the children. Another cause of teenage pregnancy here is the government policy which allows a school child who is pregnant to still go to school. So the children feel comfortable. Once I see my colleague is pregnant and she's still in school, then there's no problem. So the other person also ends up getting pregnant. And other policies like don't cane students in school has really caused harm.
The
re-entry policy is a big challenge to some of us, because I may say it's helping and it doesn't help. When they are pregnant and you ask them to go back to school after delivery, it's a good idea because some people make mistakes. It's by chance that they become what? Pregnant. So after delivering, they go back to school. But others also take it as, after all, my colleague became pregnant. When she delivered, she went back to school. So I'm also going to become what? Pregnant. When I deliver, I would go back to school. And it's not all of them that go back to school. Some go and some too don't go. So we'll say it's good and we'll say it's not good. Because when the re-entry policy was not there, some girls were afraid to become pregnant. Because when she became pregnant, they would sack her from school. So they were afraid. But now that the re-entry policy is there, girls don't care whether they are pregnant or not, because they knew very well that if I deliver and go back, they will register me again. I
would like to say the problem of school dropouts and early marriages is a very big issue that we need to come together and share ideas to be able to solve. So I'm begging all chiefs and queen mothers to work hand in hand so that we'll be able to solve this issue. And also to the girls, I want to tell you that school dropouts and early marriages is not good for you. At the end, you see your colleague you are in the same class with making progress more than you. Then you start to regret because had I known it's always at last.
We are seriously being overwhelmed with the cases. These cases keep coming from all corners, both formal and informal. We keep on receiving and having the issues. So yes, we are making improvement with support from other, donors and others. But then I must say that we are not, the issues are on ground are very overwhelming, and I cannot say that we are actually we have tackled the issue. No, because the truth of the matter is that there's a lot to be done. There's a lot to be done as it involves child protection or child marriage. There's a lot to be done. You enter the community where the chief is not interested in a matter, you realize that your work will be very difficult. I've been dealing with the community for several years. I know if the chief is not supportive, it becomes very difficult. So we will have to spend so much in engaging such chief and his elders to finally get to realize that it goes beyond just a relationship, but the entirety of the nation. The child belongs to the nation, and the child's welfare is very paramount.
I would like to advise the girls not to take the boys' money again, because if you take their money, they will ask you to pay, and if you are coming to pay, they will say they don't want the money. They only want you. just to have sex with you and leave you. Then after having sex, they will be saying that you are a bad person. Anywhere you go, they'll say, see this girl, she's not a good girl. And the girls too, the boys too, I would like to advise them not always follow the girls, say that I like you or I love you. No, they should stop that. And they should also concentrate on their education. And they should not be giving money to the girls. Although you say you love the girl and she says that she loves, don't give your money to her. If you give your money to her, maybe she need money, she will take. And after taking, you come and ask her to pay back again. So it's not good for boys also be chasing girls. I would also like to advise the parents, some of our parents, if the boys come to the house, they will come and tell your parents that they love you. And then maybe your parents will just say that, okay, we have accept you. And they will be taking the drinks. After that, maybe you yourself will say that you don't love the person. But because your parents have already taken their drinks and money, they will catch you because of that. Although if they come to the chief police, the case will catch you because your parents took their thing. When they know that you do not love the boy, why should they have taken the drinks and the money? So I would also like to tell the parents not to take the boys' things or the men's money. That's what I have.
Let's give her an applause.
Like that, I last went to a community and settled case, not knowing that the youth was organizing just to beat us in that community. So it's very risky.